There are 3 motor mounts in the Focus ST. These are the side mounts. We're gonna show you how to install them because you already have the rear mount, right? We have Damond motor mounts in front of me right now. And you know, to be honest, I just wanted to shout out Farhan and Matt over at Damond. Even though I hit them up to hook me up with these mounts for our own car, they ghosted me, never got back to me. It's okay, I still bought them anyway because I like them, it's cool. But yeah, these are a nice solid set of mounts. We sell a ton of these things, they're very popular. They come in a few different styles. So I have the black side mounts, the black billet aluminum, the black bushings. They sell them with gold finished aluminum and red bushings or any combination of those colors. So you can kind of customize your color setup a little bit. You can also customize the bushing. I have selected the street bushings, which are the softest bushings they offer. My philosophy is you don't want to get stiffer than you really need to. And on any street car, you should select the street bushing. Because it's such a massive upgrade over stock anyway that it's going to do its job without, you know, rattling the car to death. And you know, there's just no sense, in my opinion, with like a Garrett Power Max upgraded car to do anything more than the street bushing. So you know, I don't know, do whatever you want. But we selected the street bushings, and they have race bushings and they have like a super stiff race bushing or something like that. So I think there's 3 different options. But anyway, side mounts, what the heck are they? You know, they're kind of like a mod that you do. A lot of guys do them kind of as a next step. Like a lot of guys are fully bolted. They've done the rear mount, like I said earlier, and they're sitting there going, well, what the heck else do I need to do to my car? How can I improve it without, you know, going for auxiliary fueling and big turbo and all this stuff? Like, what are some things in between that you can do? Side mounts are a perfect modification for that. At the end of the day, the engine is suspended in your engine bay, and it's suspended using these 2 things. The rear mount is the most important to do. You should always do that one first because the most motion and the most slack gets taken up by the rear motor mount. You know, it's a front wheel drive car, it's transverse mounted. So when you get on the throttle, the engine, you know, if the engine twists backwards towards the back of the car, and you want to prevent that movement as much as possible, which is what the rear mount does. The side mounts essentially are doing the same thing, but they're helping hold the engine up in the engine bay also, not just preventing movement. You know, you could compare it to stiffening up your suspension, right? I mean, it's sitting in the chassis, and if you got a stiffer set of shocks and springs, you know, your car is more responsive. You can feel it a little bit better and it handles better. It's a little bit stiffer. The same concept kind of goes for the rear, or for the motor mounts. You're just holding the engine in place a little bit better. It allows you to feel the car more. It allows it to transition from front to back and side to side better. You know, the car is kind of more one unit rather than being 2 different units, engine and car kind of flexing around together. So it ties the engine into the car a little bit more. That's also what's going to cause vibrations and NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness. If you are super sensitive to that and you have a low tolerance for that, you probably don't want to get these actually. It is going to make your car vibrate a little bit more. It's going to transfer more noise into the cabin. So just be aware of that. But it is a good upgrade for any of you guys hitting the track on a consistent basis, especially a road course style track. Motor mounts are definitely your friend. They're going to improve the handling and the feel of your car a lot. So anyway, enough about that stuff. Like I said, these are Damond mounts. We have these on the site ready to ship. This is a fairly simple install. Don't be intimidated by motor mounts. It kind of sounds like an intimidating install, but it's really actually not. You don't even need to put the car in the air. You mainly just need a floor jack or anything to support the engine underneath the car as you take the motor mounts off so that it doesn't fall down. A floor jack is very useful because you can, you know, raise up the engine in little tiny increments to help get these things situated on the car. Floor jack is a perfect tool for that. Other than that, some basic tools, and this stuff isn't that hard. So we're gonna get into it now, and I hope you enjoy. If you like this video, if you find it helpful, make sure you hit that like button. That's what you're supposed to do when you like a video. And if you like Focus ST content in general, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because we're going to be doing a lot more content, and we already have a lot of content on the channel. So make sure you hit us up for that. Just to give you an idea of where we're working today, this is the upper passenger side motor mount right here. So this is definitely a lot easier to remove and install the new one with. We have a radium coolant tank right here. We're going to move that other way. Normally the stock one is that big plastic reservoir right here. You know, you just remove that. You don't have to unhook any of the lines or anything. You just kind of take that away from this area, set it off to the side, and then you have open access to this motor mount. So that's the easier one. And then moving over to the transmission, it's underneath the intake and the battery. So you do have to remove those things to access the transmission to get that one on. And that's a little bit more, you know, involved in an install. But so we'll do this one first. We'll do the easy one, knock that out, and then we'll move over to the transmission mount. Just like that, passenger side mount is out.
Once you realize that all the shit you used to care so much about just keeps you a prisoner of your own mind.
Passenger side mount is all done. Once I put it on the car, I kind of realized I had to flip around the bushing carrier, actually the upper bushing mount that goes onto the timing cover, but it can only go one way here. So if you you know, once you put it on there, you'll realize whether you have it right or wrong. Confirmed a few things with the Damond instructions, torque specs, all that good stuff, and this thing is on there. It's about as easy as we expected. So onto the trans mount, driver's side. Installation is complete. The mounts are on the car. Honestly, it's a pretty simple installation. So Damond has some good instructions, which we referenced. I've done this install before, but it's been a little while, so I definitely use them, and they're good to reference. So, but you know, honestly, at the end of the day, it's really not that hard of an install. What I really want to see though is the difference between stock and these for vibrations inside the car. So I'm gonna do that next. Let's go inside. Super impressed, actually. I don't know, I don't feel a difference right off the bat. I figured right away it would be like, all right, yep, there's the rumbles. I mean, it might be a touch worse than stock, but all right, you can notice is there, the car doesn't feel like it's moving as much when you rev it. That's impressive. That's the best side mounts I've ever had in a car that don't make it rattle. That's awesome. Well done. Well done, Damond. Well, there you have it. Damond motor mounts are installed on Project Half Send. Super impressed. Super happy I chose those for the project. I don't have personal experience with Damond's side mounts, and now I do, and I'm glad I did it. So shout out to Matt and Farhan once again. Thank you very much, boys. You guys make a good product. Happy to bring you this video. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more Focus ST content. We got more on the way.